What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Great Western Podcast, episode 26, Saturday, December 13th, 2025. I am your host, Mark the Wizard, as always, and today we are joined by Jay, the Lakers beat writer, and the NBA historian, David Chu. How are you guys doing today?
Doing
Good
good.
morning.
Good, good,
Doing
good.
well.
So, before we get started here, I just noticed all this great swag, all this great gear that we got. Jay, what do we got over here? You got endless Lakers gear.
You got MVP Luka Doncic, front runner right here. Uh, just some gear to represent my boy.
Are those the faces of Luca? Can you get a little closer to the camera for our fans here? Oh yeah, look at
And
that.
if you watch basketball, you know those faces and you know what that means.
Yeah.
You
Is
know
there?
what time it is.
That's amazing. Is there a
What's the
back to
story
it?
behind has he come out? Why is he 77? Why did he choose that? Do we
It's a
know?
good question.
Actually, I don't know. Actually don't know why he chose 77.
Yeah, that's a
Jay,
random
Jay,
number.
while you're looking that up, Chew, I also see you got some nice swag on too. You got some Nuggets gear, the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, my daughter got this for me for my birthday. And
That's
I
awesome.
love it because this is the throwback logo and it's also 50 years of Nuggets. And when you guys see this logo, what was the first NBA player you think of when you see this?
Matumbo.
Matumbo?
Matumbo.
I think of Rafe LaFrance. Too early,
Of
man. That guy would
course
have
you
been an
do. Of
all-star.
course you do. Yeah.
That guy would have been an all-star if he played today. He basically would have been Wimby.
I think Flalo, what is that? Kenyon Martin.
Kenny Martin. Oh, yeah, Kenny
All
Martin.
those
That was a
guys.
little later. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. And then well,
this
I
has
saw you had something else over there too. It wasn't just we're double dipping over here. Oh, the cursed mug.
the curse mode, dude.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean that whole thing. We're not gonna get into too much, but that thing with the inbound pass that Harden didn't even go get the ball. I'm sure you guys saw that. And Kawhi's like a half court. Like, what are you guys doing? Where it's a
I have never veered off Clipper fandom, but this year is it's tough. It's tough. Like
pushing you to the brink.
yeah, it's
yeah,
time.
it's pushing me to the absolute brink. Like I'm right there, dude. Like this was just it's embarrassing that this team thought they could I don't think they had any championship aspirations, but like or aspirations, but not anymore.
Aspirations is right. They had some aspirations.
They had aspirations, just not championship aspirations.
I
But
think
yeah,
if we go back
it's
to the
bad.
episode, I think if we go back to one of the early episodes, Drew, you were saying something about the Clippers making a real run this
Don't you
year.
guys
Well,
have?
I
Don't
said if everything broke, absolutely right. But honestly, I thought Brooke Lopez could still play. I'm like, we actually have a legit backup center.
Rick Lopez
Um,
and Bradley Beal.
Oh
You
yeah,
my
brought them.
and
God,
Bradley Beal didn't.
John
Yeah,
Collins, sixth man of the year. Don't you guys wait? Hold on. Don't you guys have a bet? Don't you? You should probably just Zell. You just what's the bet? Don't you two have a bet for the season?
yeah. I have a
Season.
bet with Sylvain and Solis, who has the
Uh-huh.
better end of the year record.
Okay, you might as
Uh-huh.
well. You might as well send the money now. Honestly, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but you know what? You never know, dude. I could have hedged it as soon as I made that bet and made like $7 because the Clippers were favored to win that bet at the beginning of this year. You never know what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jay,
Um,
did we find out what the 77 was or no?
Yeah, so it's after his Greek player that he grew up idolizing, Vasilis Spanoulis, a famous
Wow.
European player. And when he got to the Mavericks, Dwight Powell already had seven, so he took 77 to honor his idol.
Oh, so he wanted to do seven, but then Dwight Powell didn't give him the number. Okay, interesting.
I think he just retired, didn't he? Or no?
I don't know. Is he on the? I think he's on the. I think he's on the Mavs. Wasn't he? He's. I don't know. I think he's like a rotation player. We're getting in the weeds here. But look, I got a nice Los Angeles Lakers jersey myself. A little tie dye. It's more of like a
thing is
sweater. I
sick.
got it from Target, 12.99. But it's nice.
Little
Yeah,
Grateful Dead ode.
yeah. It
Some
has a little
dead
bit of a
out
deadhead look. Yeah, it has a shout out to Brian Hyos. Our resident deadhead fan, brother of TJ McConnell, of course, from earlier episodes. All right, boys, we're getting a little sidetracked here, but it's great. Great introduction. So today we have the NBA Emirates Cup. Both of the games are today. We have the Knicks versus the Magic at 2:30 and the Spurs versus the Thunder at 6 o'clock. Okay, before we jump into exactly what we're gonna think about these games, we're just gonna pull up something that Chu and I did a couple weeks ago when the brackets were set. We had our brackets here. I was completely off with everything. I took Lakers, I took Raptors, I took Heat. It was wrong. Choose doing a little bit better. He took the Knicks, but we took the Heat too. But regardless of that, the stage is set. Chew, what do you think about this Knicks Magic game? What's going to happen tonight?
I mean, the with Franz out, you got to go Knicks. I think both of these teams are likely in the one of the best teams in the East. But when you compare them to the top end in the West, the absolute peak is they make the finals and probably lose in five. That's like the best any of these teams, both these teams could ask for. It's cool that they're playing each other. But I think the bigger story with the Knicks and the Magic is both are trade targets for Giannis. So
Straight to
if
trade talks. Straight to trade talks
well,
on
if you're
Giannis.
looking if you're looking at your team, if you're the Knicks or if you're the Magic, you're going, okay, yeah, we might have a chance to make it to the finals, only to get swept. So if you're the front office of either franchise, are you happy with that? Probably. But you add a talent like Giannis to either team, you have a chance to compete with OKC. And so I hope, you know, I hope that Giannis stays in the East. I don't want another player coming out West just to destroy the West and make it the conference of doom. But going back to tonight's game, I'm taking the Knicks. They seem like they're on a bit of a streak. They're well built. Um, yeah, I like the Knicks in this. And without Franz, I actually think Franz is better than Paolo. I know Paolo just came back, and there's a lot of question marks surrounding Paolo. I mentioned before that he potentially has Josh Smith potential, right? Where he's like athletic freak. Everyone thinks he's going to be uh, multiple time All-Star, but you never know. I personally would trade Giannis for Paolo 1-1. That seems like a fair trade for both team. I don't think either team says no. The Bucks get younger.
The Bucks would give up Giannis for a Banchero. I don't know if
Well,
that's
he
going to
wants
be
out.
enough. Huh?
He wants out, and
Yeah,
I
he
don't
wants
know.
out.
I don't know which team says no. Does the Magic or the Bucks say no?
I know. I know. I think the Magic. I mean, the Magic would be happy to take Giannis for Paulo. I mean, but maybe they're on the
No,
fence.
no,
So,
no.
Jay, what do you think? Jay, what do you? I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
what do you? Where are we going to come in here? Choose dropping a lot of hot takes. Where are you?
I don't think they would. I don't think they would trade Banchero just because of the upside that he has. I think
Okay.
he is uh could in the future be a really like maybe like a top 10 NBA like top 10 player in the league. Um, but when you put Giannis on a team like that, you want to pair him with somebody else. So you try and give up like draft picks, other role players or whatnot. But I don't think you trade like a superstar for a superstar like that straight up. And then you never know what's going to happen with OKC this year. You have to wait and see if they stay healthy. I mean, like anything can happen at this point.
Yeah, but they haven't been healthy and they
But
don't lose.
True, you can't crown them already. They got to play the game just because they're 24-1. You're making it seem like the whole season's a wash for the entire NBA because you know.
Believe me, I'm rooting against them, dude. But
No,
I'm
you're
I'm just
not.
calling
No,
I'm
you're
calling
not.
strike I'm calling balls and strikes
Hey,
over here, dude.
Jay,
Calling
what
balls
do
and
you?
strikes.
Okay, Jay.
This is the
First,
most dominant. This is the most dominant regular season start ever in the history of the NBA.
true, true. That's granted, but they have to play. They have to do all the things. I mean, what famously the what do you call it? The Warriors with their their best season of all time lost in the finals. Obviously there are some asterisks there. But Jay, what are you thinking about the Knicks and the Magic tonight? Who do you got tonight in those games?
I think, I think I got the Knicks. I think ever since they put Josh Hart into the lineup, they've been playing
Very
like,
good point.
yeah, they've been playing really well. He's a go-getter.
He's a
I
winner.
miss him. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. He is. He's a really good player. He's got a good attitude. He does the right things. He makes, smart plays. So I got the Knicks.
Yeah, once I saw a stat, they put him back in the lineup and he's like averaging like 15, 5 and 5 or whatever. And a lot of teams are letting him shoot and he's kind of shooting corner threes and talking back, barking back to the benches and stuff. yeah, I completely agree, Jay. I think putting Hart back in the lineup in the starting lineup has been a good move for them. And obviously, OG Anunoby was hurt. He's back in the lineup too. Remember, this
Uh,
team, this team is it's a well-built team. They have good role players. They're deep. They're obviously led by Brunson and Cat. They have Bridges as well. So like,
it
I
is
don't know.
nice.
I don't think this team is going to get swept in or swept or lose in fives. I think they could go toe to toe with the Thunder in the finals. I really do. But for tonight, I will also take the Knicks. Um, I think the Magic have been playing better. I think the Magic, Bane is kind of floating in nicely and kind of filling in that role. But without Wagner, I don't think they're going to have enough in the tank. I'm even surprised they came back to beat the Heat. What was that score? The Heat were up like 18-0 in that game somehow and somehow lost that game or 18-2 or whatever. But I do like the Knicks. Okay, and I think that they're still a little bit of way. I think Banchero is there, but he still has to kind of step into his own a little bit. Maybe he is a budding
Are you
star.
trading Banchero for Giannis? Because
I
that's a
would
legitimate. That is
if
a legitimate. I think that trade is on the table.
if the Bucks would take Banchero for Giannis, like I would do it. Like I don't know. I think Giannis is obviously the one of the best players in the NBA right now. I don't think Banchero is there yet. Maybe if you want to take him and build around him, but it's not going to be just Banchero. There has to be some other pieces too, like maybe I don't know, like Anthony Black or Suggs or something like that. But I
But
don't know. That's my position. What do you think, Jay?
if you put Giannis in the if you trade Giannis for Banchero, they're still not good enough.
Yeah, they are.
The Magic.
I think though, I think they get much better with Giannis. Yeah, especially I mean, with Bane as the shooter, Wagner there. Yeah, I do.
Jalen
Defensively,
Suggs
yeah.
is the same type of Jalen Suggs and Josh Hart. They're the same type of player. Like
I
Yeah.
think that roster
that's
gets better. I mean,
winner.
Bankero is good. Bankero is good. Don't get me wrong. So you don't
I
think it
don't
moves the needle that much? You don't think Bankero and Giannis? You don't think Bankero and Giannis are?
I
Uh,
don't think it puts them in contention. I don't think that automatically puts them in a place where they can compete for a championship. I think the Knicks still would have their number. I think the Celtics would still beat them. I think
well, not this year, obviously, without Tatum, right?
yeah. Well, I mean, they're still playing well, but the Celtics.
Yeah, right. Somehow they started 0-3, and then yeah. But anyway, we don't have to get into
Put
that. But
Giannis on the Magic. They're going to finals.
you put Giannis. I mean, you put Giannis on the Knicks.
Stamp it, send it in, stamp it, and send it in.
You put Giannis on the Magic, trade Banchero. I mean, dude, I mean, any team that will trade for Giannis right now, they're going to have a massive kind of push, right? Especially if they're close. It just depends how much they give up. I mean, there's no way. I don't think the Knicks would trade for Giannis. I think their team is too kind of well run, and everyone's role players are there. Like they're not going to blow up that team. That team
Well,
made a deep
that's the
run.
other trade is the Giannis for Cat straight up. Knicks Bucks.
Yeah,
Who says
I
no?
would, I no, I would do that in a heartbeat.
If you were the Knicks or you were the Knicks, yeah, you would give
Yeah.
up Cat. You don't got love for Cat, Jay.
Yeah, I don't love him like that, dude. No,
He's
thank
not
you.
zesty enough for you.
Phony
He's
to me.
funny. I don't know. They're the people like to. He's a polarizing figure. I mean, his numbers. He comes through in the clutch, but I get there is some
So at
kind
least I believe he plays for the Dominican national team, if that makes you like him anymore.
of what Cat does.
Shout out to the Dominican Republic, but no.
So are these true? So you're on the rumor, you're on the trade mill. You think that it's been the Knicks and the Bucks are the forerunners for landing Giannis at this
I'm
point?
just like okay, so because this will kind of lead into the Western side of OKC versus the Spurs is I think a lot of teams in the NBA need to take a legit look at themselves in the mirror and be like, do we try to go for it? Even if we get Giannis, do we have a shot to take down OKC? And of course, the Spurs, they have a lot of assets. You add Giannis to that team, I mean dude, that'd be amazing. So as a basketball fan, I would love to see Giannis go to the Spurs.
Giannis and Wemby?
As a Nuggets and Clipper fan, that would suck, But I don't like seeing this polarity of OKC just running through teams and the game being over by the time like the second half even starts. So I like to see a challenger. It reminds me of the 2016 or 2017 Warriors where basically all the teams just fucking just threw the you know
The
folded,
towel.
and the only team that stepped up to the plate was uh, the Houston Rockets, which they were winning that series until Chris Paul pulled his hamstring in Game 6 and
Yeah,
lost
I,
it.
mean, I hear you. I know that this Thunder team are playing out of their mind. We've looked, we've well documented on this podcast the defensive prowess of this team and their depth, the copycat league. I mean, they're there, but like I hope that some teams try to step up against them, and
Me too.
yeah, so I
Me
mean,
too. And they have the Clippers pick this year, and they have a swap next year with the Clippers. They could get technically they could get this first year's draft. They could get the number one pick in this draft and the number one pick in next year's draft.
yeah, well,
Shout out
they
to
have a
Sam
good track
Presti.
record. Yeah,
Sam Presti. He's
Sam
that guy.
Presti. Sam Presti is the young hot GM. No, he's arrived for sure, obviously. So it looks like we're all taking the Knicks tonight. Okay,
Yeah.
moving on to the second game of the night. I know we kind of talked about these teams a little bit. This is probably the more um, kind of pressing game, the hotter game even. We have the Spurs versus the Thunder tonight at 6 p.m. The Thunder, as we know, are what 24-1 at this point. Shea is sitting fourth quarters. They're dominating. But the Spurs are 9-3 without Wembanyama. And we found out yesterday that Wemby is gonna play tonight. Does that move the needle? Chu, can the Spurs beat the Thunder tonight?
I love the fact that he's coming back for this game. This is the most anticipated regular season game of the year for sure.
100%.
The fact that he's coming back, I don't know if you guys saw the interview where it just dropped where he was talking about, um, he says Jokic is the best offensive player, but he's not the
Yes.
best player. He says, it's either Shea or Giannis until I
Yep.
come back. So
Yep.
yeah, this guy is Wimby is dope.
Yeah, then,
And
then he said until I come back. That's the big part of it. This was yesterday on the NBA Association on Prime with Tara Brooks. I was watching that interview. It was good.
well, OKC, I think is going to win the game, but I'm rooting very hard for the Spurs. If I could put on my Spurs bandwagon cap, another team that I've loved over the years. I mean, talk about, like what is it when success is when preparation meets luck, or you get
Opportunity.
lucky, or there's something wrong. Basically,
That's
this
the
this
wooden
organization
thing.
this organization is just consistent. I don't know how they lucked into Wimby and then got the Rookie of the Year, and then somehow dropped to number two and got Harper. But man, this team is scary. They're going to be good. They've got assets. They still have a move to make. Well coached.
Okay,
Love
well,
the Spurs.
so are you telling me that the Spurs can beat the Thunder in a one game Emirates Cup, or you're still taking the Thunder?
You know, I'm taking the Thunder, but I think the type of team that can give the Thunder problems is a you're going to need a freak. You're basically going to need Wemby or Jokic to take down this team.
Yeah,
What
Jay, where are you at?
can I ask what the betting lines are?
Let's look. By the way, I messed up. It's Taylor Rooks, not Tara Brooks. That's a techno DJ. It's so close. Yeah, the commentator from the association. My bad, Taylor. Okay. The betting lines, let me look them up. Betting odds, Emirates
It's,
Cup
sometimes I feel like
on
that
FanDuel.
that would affect who I would pick because we all know.
Of course. Our gambling podcasters are not here today. OKC is minus 250 to be the winner.
Heavily favored.
Knicks are four plus 400. Spurs are plus 800, and Magic are plus 1,000.
But that's to
Oh,
win. No, no, but that's to win the whole cup, right?
That's to win the cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking. You want to know about the game today?
yeah.
Let me look. I don't know, dude. I see the lines here. The line.
Do
Oh,
you
today. Oh, wait. The Spurs are plus 400. The Thunder are minus 520. Heavily favored. Minus 520. Does that influence you, Jay? Yeah.
It's in there. It's in there.
Mm.
Mark, do you think that the Thunder are on pace for an all-time great season? Are they going to break the 73-9 record?
I do think they're definitely on pace to do that. They have the makeup to do that. They're on,
So so
yeah. What's up?
so the betting line to me, I mean, if I were a betting man, logically I would say OKC. I would say OKC, but I would much rather put my money on the Spurs.
Plus
Just upsetting.
400?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Spurs, I don't know if you guys saw that game where they dominated the Lakers. in
Yeah.
LA without Wemby. Stephon Castle dropped 30 points.
I was there.
Yeah, you went to the game, right? Yeah, okay, let's get a beat writer insider tip. What did you think about that matchup?
I
Was
saw
was Harper
Keldon.
playing that game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What did you
I
see,
saw
Jay? Yeah.
I saw Keldon Johnson warming up, and I was just like, dude, this guy is the truth. Like he's built. He's a great like sixth man. He plays defense. He hits. I don't know if you guys saw the play where he stole the ball from Braun on one end, came
Yeah.
down, got himself in the corner, and just hit a knockdown three. I mean, they were running him out of the building.
Yeah.
It was a clear indication of it's a young man's league. These every 1 through 5 can take you off the dribble. So they really exposed the Lakers in their defensive flaws. And it was impressive. Yeah, it was impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was the game I saw. I mean, what I liked about that game too was you see De'Aaron Fox kind of letting Stephon Castle handle a lot of the point guard duties. Stephon was cooking. He was dishing, he was shooting, he was scoring, he was slashing. And De'Aaron Fox was kind of like taking a back seat and letting the young guy do his thing.
Yeah.
But De'Aaron Fox was there when they needed a clutch shot, when they needed
Yeah.
a bucket. They put the ball in his hands because remember this guy in it was the squad. He was the heavy usage guy in Sacramento, and he's really finding his role next to these guys. I mean, this guy is an elite point guard, and he's letting the young guy take the ball. I kind of like that. I like that. De'Aaron Fox has been doing that. I'm a fan of Fox. I thought it was really dope that he was wearing a after the game he was getting interviewed. He was wearing a Luke Cornett t-shirt. I don't know if you guys saw that. It
I
was
didn't see
hilarious. Yeah. I mean,
it.
this Spurs team, it's so funny to me. 20 years ago with those Lakers, Shaq and Kobe, I would have said, forget, I hate the Spurs. I hate Ginobili.
Yeah.
I would have been like, I hate them. They suck at basketball. Whatever. They're horrible. They're just lucky to beat the Lakers. These days, I'm like, this Spurs team is well built. It's a squad. And
They're likable.
I do think they have a puncher's shot. I think they have a puncher's shot today. And so for that reason, I will take the Spurs. I'll say, you know what? They're gonna surprise. They're gonna surprise the league. Wemby's gonna come back, play well. And I think Jay, you said you're taking the Spurs too.
Taking the Spurs, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're
What
both
did you
going
what
on.
did you think of Castle and Harper? Did Harper play that game, Celise, or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did he anything? Do you think he's got? Sylvain talks about him like he's the next coming of Kobe, basically. What are
Well,
your
I
thoughts?
thought I still think that my comparison to young Russell Westbrook
Okay.
is that Castle, or did I say Vassell?
You said it was for
Oh, that
Castle.
was Castle.
That
That
was
was Castle.
Castle.
But what about Harper? Did Harper
Oh,
play?
he's
Sick.
amazing. In person, he's lightning fast. He's he's like stocky and like built, and he gets to the bucket with
Yeah.
ease. He's a little undersized, but he's really, really aggressive. It was really impressive to see him play.
Yeah, he's got high IQ. He's got high IQ. He's a cerebral player
Yeah.
already. He's gonna be a good player in this league too. I wonder how they're gonna, move the team forward. But they got them this year, right? They got them
Yeah.
this year. So I do think that they have a shot. I mean, we're gonna see. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna watch these. These are one of the most anticipated regular season games that we've seen in a while. Obviously, with this Emirates Cup, as you were mentioning earlier, too. But I know it must have been hard to be at that game, huh, Jay?
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, I probably drank more than I should have. We had some fans over to the left. They were yelling at Rob Pelinka.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
they were telling
Why?
him like, 'cause they were just telling him that Luca needs help. We
Dude,
need
they
to
should
make.
be they should be praying to like the shrine of Rob Pelinka. What are they talking about?
I mean, yeah, they got Luca.
He just pulled off the biggest heist
Hey,
in the
okay.
history of
We
the
don't have to.
NBA.
We're not gonna go back down to that. We're not gonna go back down to our point of coach theory here. He did mention that the Mavs have won 5 of 6, and they beat the Rockets and they beat the Nuggets, so they're playing better now. But hey, you know what? So don't say if you're watching this coach theory, don't say I'm not. I'm putting words in your mouth. So yeah, I will say that. So let's say so after that. So. Um, the Emirates Cup, when is the championship game? Is that going to be before next Saturday, or is that? Let me take a look.
Tonight is the championship game.
Well, no,
Whoever team wins tonight is the championship.
No, no. Today there's two games. No.
No,
Or
I
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
I'm saying this.
Yeah.
Whoever wins tonight's game is going to win the championship.
Okay. And then that game is
Tuesday,
on
September
Tuesday.
16th.
So Chu, you had the Knicks and the Thunder. Am I just gonna assume you're gonna take the Thunder over the Knicks for sure?
Yes.
Okay, so you're taking the Thunder as the champion. Jay, would you take are you taking the Spurs or the Knicks? Because you took the Knicks and the Spurs. Which one are you taking, Jay?
I mean, I'll probably go Spurs. Yeah.
You go Spurs?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're feeling the seeing them in person, seeing their athleticism and their depth.
Yeah.
You're gonna take them. You know what? Just for the sake of the parody here, you know what? I'm gonna take
The Magic.
the Magic. No, no, no. I'll take the Knicks because I didn't take the Magic. I'll take the Knicks. I think the Knicks have the right chemistry as well to compete. I think these teams are all good, but yeah, it's
Well, if OKC plays the Knicks, the length and the type of perimeter defense that the Thunder have is the exact type of team that I'm sure Jalen Brunson hates playing. Like he's a ball dominant, undersized guard going up against like length. It's or physical length. They're gonna own Jalen Brunson.
you think Brunson can't
Real
play?
quick
Yeah.
to the Spurs though. I'd like to give a shout out to Dylan Harper, part Asian. I'd love to see Asians dominate the NBA. His uh his father his father was had a lot of potential. Played for I don't know if he ever made an all-star team, but was definitely a 20-point scorer for the Cavs and the Clippers before becoming probably one of the greatest role players of all time on the Bulls' second three-peat, as well as I think did he get one championship with the Lakers?
He did.
Or
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
okay.
He did. He was on one of those squads. Yeah. When
And so
Phil Jackson
you
brought
know
his
that
crew over.
the type of mentality that Ron Harper needs to be able to switch off to go from a 20-point scorer to basically being a defensive first guard on a championship team. You'd think that would translate to his son. And so yeah, so Harper looks like he's got not only blessed with the physical gifts, but looks like he has the mentality of a winner also. I think the real question is do the Spurs make a move for Giannis? Do they give up
Back to
Harper? Do they
this. Back to this. You really think that the Spurs, after all these years, picking up these players, getting Harper in the draft, getting lucky with Lemmy, picking up Castle, they're just gonna they got De'Aaron Fox. You think they're gonna turn around and ship and break up this team to bring Giannis in?
Well, I think if you're the Spurs, you need to actually ask yourself, is Wemby's window, is his prime going to be shorter than the average NBA player? We've never seen a player like Wemby before. He could be Yao Ming. He could have like an 8-year career and be done. You know, we hope that it's not, but a 7'5" guy is not supposed to move like this. The body is not made to be that type of to have that type of power and quickness. So if you upgrade to Giannis right now, you have a shot to win right now. And it's not part of the Spurs DNA to do this. And I don't even know if they should or not, but I think it's a fair discussion. You pair Wemby with one of the greatest players of all time still in his prime. I think you have to like give that a hard look. Give up Harper, maybe give up Castle.
Dang.
Um,
Jay,
yeah,
what do you think? Would you blow up the Spurs or not maybe blow them up or move your all these assets and pieces to get Giannis on the squad right now? Would you do that?
I think they have enough. I mean, I think they have enough assets to do that. I would consider it. Yeah, because you could still keep Fox, you could give up Harper, you could give up Vassell, you could keep Keldon Johnson, or you can give up Keldon Johnson and keep Harrison Barnes. Like they're similar type of players. So like I think they're in a really good position. Do I think that that's actually going to happen? No. I wouldn't. I don't think. I think the Lakers are probably going to get Giannis before the Spurs.
Yo, let's go.
Reeves and picks for Giannis.
Well, not after this calf injury. I
Yeah.
mean,
They both have calf injuries.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm definitely like I said in the future, I'm definitely giving up Reeves, for
Hmm.
Giannis for sure. Yeah.
I'm still holding out for Jokic to Lakers, so we have the Jokic Luca connection over there. I'm still holding
I
out
think
for that.
so. I think that's yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's
as
definitely
obviously as you know, as a Laker fan, I have this belief that all stars, that all roads lead to Los Angeles Lakers, that any star would want to play in LA. You know, and
I think I would quit the NBA if Jokic somehow made it to the Lakers.
would you become a Laker fan if Jokic became to the
I
Lakers?
might, I might,
Would-
I might, but he's just not the type of player. I mean, maybe at the tail end of his prime, or at the tail his prime could go until he's 40. But yeah, I just can't like he's not the type of player, which is amazing why Sylvain hates on him so much because so he's one of the few players in the NBA that will probably never ask for a trade, you know? And
He hasn't
he's
yet, but
he's
we don't know if he will. But he hasn't yet. It doesn't
any
seem
one of
like
these
it.
other players would have been bitching to get out. Even someone like Dame Lillard, like who was loyal to Portland forever, he wanted out. So
I feel like Jokic would like retire before like he cares about going to like a championship, like being traded, or whatever. I'm
yeah,
like,
totally, totally. He would have asked out if he was. I mean, I don't know how long until Anthony Edwards asks out. Right next year.
I mean, they're not looking so good so far this year, but I'll give them some time to start gelling a little bit over there with the
Julius Randle's looking not consistent.
no. But while we're on the trade talk here of Giannis, because that has been, even though we're talking Emirates Cup, we already talked about the Spurs, the Knicks, the Bucks. I did see some murmurings of Giannis to Atlanta, maybe for like a Jalen Johnson type. Is that going to move the needle enough? Jalen Johnson seems to be this budding star. He's from Milwaukee, I read. Jalen Johnson, so maybe there's going to be like some homegrown love, right? That like that. What do you guys think about that, Jay?
I mean, I don't know if I would trade Jalen Johnson, honestly, for Giannis. I think Jalen Johnson's upside
Wow.
is pretty high, and it doesn't really move the needle because what are you doing? You're pairing him with Trey Young. Like Trey Young's kind of hurt. You know, I don't know. I don't that trade doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but
Okay, Chu, what do you think? And does that make sense to you at
I
all?
I
Or
would I would I wouldn't trade Jalen Johnson. It's one of those. Why would you? You're not gonna. The only teams that should be trading for Giannis is if you are going for the championship within the next 1 or 2 years. If you can trade somehow Trey Young plus all the draft capital you have for Giannis,
okay,
and Jalen
Trey Young and
Johnson.
all the draft capital you have. I mean, I'm trying to look
But
here.
I think a lot of teams are looking at the Clippers and
Who's
and being
the?
like,
Yeah.
why the
Okay.
fuck would we do this?
Right. I mean, on Kalshi, I love this. I love you guys like this website here. With I mean, the more money is on Giannis staying with the Bucks, and then New York it's 30%, New York 27%, Miami 18%. Oh wow, we didn't talk about that one. What about to Miami? They have some assets. Would South Beach has historically been a good destination for star talent. What about to Giannis to Miami? What do you guys think about that? True?
I don't think it makes them
Yeah.
into a contender.
No?
Yeah, they're
No,
not good enough.
they're
Not
not
good
good.
enough. Okay, all right. Well, they don't have enough. They have Khalil Ware, they have Adebayo, they have Tyler Hero, they have Norman Powell.
Yeah, well, it would probably be Khalil Ware and Tyler Hero plus draft plus their own picks. But the problem is, you send Giannis to the Heat
Or
in the
Adebayo.
East. Those picks are going to be like 25th pick. Um, unless you're the Clippers, and then those picks turn into like the number one picks for like multiple years.
Fair enough. I mean, it is good. I mean, in the way the NBA is now with these trade talks, I mean, and I do agree with what we've been kind of saying too. Like the Thunder, someone's gonna knock off the Thunder. So and someone who's gonna step up to the plate this year and do it. I do think there are some teams that are playing to win. They like the ones we're talking about today. The Knicks, the Spurs. They're
As
playing.
as as Kobe fans, do you guys? I'd like to know each of your thoughts on SGA. Are you worried that he's knocking on the door of Kobe's legacy? Is
No,
this are you guys
Jay,
fans when
Jay, I'll
you
let you take the lead here.
watch the Thunder are you rooting for him? Are you seeing shades of Kobe? Are you seeing the footwork? What do you think of SGA?
Jay.
I think SGA has probably some of the best footwork in the league, and I think that Athletically, he's up there. Yeah, I don't think he's as explosive as Kobe was. But I think he has to win at least three championships to even be considered at the table with the
I
guy, the
agree.
like Kobe Bryant, Michael
So
Jordan.
Yeah.
do you find yourself rooting for him?
I think the way that he flops and the way that he draws fouls kind of makes it a little like annoying to watch at times, if that makes sense. Yeah, I just because we're so used to Kobe, like, the grit of Kobe and not even flinching when he gets hit and, really taking true fouls. So, yeah, it's a little difficult to watch, but
I'll tell you true. I'll tell you true. He will never be Kobe. Shea will never be Kobe. All right. All right. Even if he wins these chips, he's gonna be. People will say, "Oh, he's as good as Kobe." He will never be Kobe. He has the tenacity isn't there. He's not a Mamba mentality. And look, let the players be who they're gonna be. There is shades of Kobe in the guy's game, but I'm still taking Kobe unless something changes my mind. But I will say this. To your point, I am rooting for him. I do like Shea. I do like this squad. I do like the way they play together. I do like their game. He's a two-way player. He's a great leader, and yeah, I mean I do root for him, but he will never be Kobe. And that might be
Well,
me playing with my heart, but me talking with my heart. But
so the first thing is I saw on a list of all-time 30-point scorers or 30-point scoring seasons, he has the least amount of turnovers per game of any 30-point scoring season. That's what he's pacing for right now. So he never turns the ball over. It seems also that he's pretty good at defense, even though he's probably the worst defender in the starting five. That just shows how good Thunder are at defense. But he plays both sides of the ball. I think next year at this time, if they win a championship, he's going to be right there with Kobe, and all these Kobe fans are going to be quite annoyed at all the talking heads talking about SGA being better than Kobe in 1 year, in about 300 days, actually. So
what if they don't
um,
win? What if they don't win the championship?
I'm not rooting for them, dude. He was a Clipper. We had him for a year. Do you know how, like, are you kidding me? I, every time I watch, I'm like, let me check some scores. It's like the Thunder 135 to the Lakers 100. I'm like, dude, it's not even close. I like
yeah.
watching parity. They're too good, but they built the team the right way. That's the funny thing about it is they found weaknesses in teams and they took advantage of it and they built this amazing team. They didn't make any trades. No one wants to go to the Thunder. They fleeced the Rockets. They've to take on Chris Paul when they traded the Westbrook. They just like they dug the Clippers' grave for the next 15 years.
True, and
They were
just
even taking on like Al Horford's contract for picks, like they have all these. It's amazing. They're so well built, but I don't find myself rooting for them
you were rooting for them.
because I think the SGA is so good. He's actually going to be threatening Michael Jordan's legacy,
What about this? Wow, that's a hot take. What a hot take. Just chew. What do you think about this photo, by the way?
bro.
Okay.
When he was playing for the Clippers, I'm just like, this guy is amazing, dude.
All right,
And
hold
then
on, hold on. Time out there. So let's repeat. So you think Shea is so good that not only is he threatening today Kobe's legacy, but also he's coming for Jordan?
so it's December 13th. The finals is in July. So what is that? 7 months? In 7 months, I think you're talking top 10 all-time player in 7 plus 12. In about 25 months, you could be talking top five all-time player.
Dang.
Dude, if they
Dang.
win 75 games this year and then they win 75 games next year and they win the championship, you can't deny it.
Well, they gotta do it. They gotta do it first.
They got to do it. Hey, they got to do it. Right now,
All
he's
right.
not. I'll admit
Okay, you
that.
guys are
But
hearing
what
this
I'm
first.
seeing right now, it's this team does not look like it's slowing down, and knowing the Clippers cursed, they're going to get the number one pick this year and next year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're talking about such rarefied air chew. I think it's a bit premature. I
But
get
the stars are
there's a
okay.
narrative there, but there's a path. But
So
that's premature, dude.
the stars are aligning. So Jalen Williams was out, also a pick that the Clippers gave him, probably a top 15 player. He was out for. He just came back a couple games ago. it happens to work out that the way that his contract is set to be, the way that he's eligible for a contract extension, if you don't make it all NBA or all star,
Yeah,
if he
I
doesn't
saw
hit
that.
accolades, then his contract, he's not eligible for the supermax
There's a lot
contract
of yeah, there's
extension,
a bonus. His contract, yeah, the bonuses and his extension is because he missed all these games. He's not eligible for certain like financial
which
like
is going to help
windfall.
their salary cap for the next 5 years. The
Yeah,
fact that he got injured in the first part of the season, never mind that they're 25-1 or whatever it is.
yeah.
Now his contract is not going to be maxed. It's going to give the team more flexibility to keep all these players that they somehow pick up undrafted or in the second round that are. I mean, case on Wallace, a redraft I just saw. He'd probably go like third in that draft.
Yeah,
He's
I will say I also think with Jalen Williams and I think this team they're a different generation. They're younger, right? They wanna win. And what I saw Jalen Williams, he said, um, nothing get winning never gets boring or winning never gets old. This is a guy who didn't drink any champagne when they won a championship. Like he cares about basketball. Like I don't think this team will. I don't think they'll want to leave and make more money somewhere else. Really, it just seems like
yeah.
they, as long as they're winning, like they're not going to go anywhere. Check got paid. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't lost Wallace yet or Joe or these guys. So uh, it remains to be
So
seen.
so so for both of you, question: who do you want minus the Lakers? Between
I will. La, la,
I know
la.
it's Lakers. I know it's Lakers for you guys, but between the Thunder, the Rockets, and the Nuggets, those are the only teams besides the Lakers that could come out of the West. Are you rooting for the Thunder because that threatens Kobe's legacy?
No, I mean, I would go for probably the Rockets.
Why?
Mark?
Why?
It's because I just don't like the Thunder, and if it can't be the Lakers, then might as well just give it to the Rockets.
So not the Nugs.
Not the Nuggets? Not a
I get
chance. After saying that they were the Lakers' daddy,
Oh, with the
that's
Malone, they
that's
didn't
not
fire him though. They fired Malone. It says
that
Malone. They
doesn't
did him
matter, dude.
dirty.
That scarred me forever.
That's scarred you for. You remember Michael Malone smoking the pie with the hat.
Lakers'
I you know I
daddy.
know
I
I know some good psychologists, Jay. If you want to, basketball
Good for
psychologist.
you.
I hear
For-
you. Wow, Jay, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Should I pull up the photo of
I
it?
I told you guys before we had Rob's bachelor party in the desert right before the Nuggets played the Lakers. I told you, I said you're about to see what's about to happen. You guys thought you thought the Lakers were going to run through the Nuggets. I'm like, you haven't watched any Nuggets yet, and I can tell 3 or 4 years later you're still scarred from it.
Okay. I mean, Jay, I'm sorry, but okay. Let's see here.
Was that after the Lakers beat the Warriors, right? In that epic playoff series at the
Yeah,
bachelor
and
party?
you're like, oh, because that was that was that series. The Light the Beam Kings were that year. I think that was the year the Nuggets won.
Yeah. What was this?
But Mark, do you find yourself between those three teams, the Nuggets, the Rockets, and the Thunder? Are you find yourself rooting for are you basically are you rooting for an all-time great potential dynasty?
Cool. I will answer that. I just want to relive this. I'm just trying to make fun of Jay here. Yeah, look at this one with the necklace like this. Okay. Uh,
That
shoot. So
rant that he went on was all time at that.
I'm not gonna play
Yeah.
it. I'm not gonna play it. But yeah, I think this. I think I'm rooting for the Rockets to push against the Thunder. I think that the Rockets are built as a team that can go toe to toe with the Thunder. Their size, their depth, their shooting ability, they have KD and basically might be the last real chance for him to kind of get to the top of this hill. He seems to be good, like a good leader for this team, which has been a big knock on his career. They got Shangun, they got Thompson. They got a lot of parts there. They can play. They're long. They can play defense. I don't know if they're going to have enough to beat the Thunder, but I think in a 7 game series, the Rockets have a chance. I really do.
Will you be rooting for them over the Thunder?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Just
Okay,
because, yeah, just because
follow
of
up.
I don't like, it's an underdog thing, right? It's like unless it's the Lakers, I always want the Lakers to win, as we know, well documented. I always would want the team. I like parity in the league. I don't like, it's to see the same teams win. You want to knock off the guy at the top of the hill. I'll root for that. Just on that alone.
Follow up. As Laker fans, you always root against the Clippers. Are you guys rooting for the Clippers to lose even now, knowing that every loss makes the Thunder stronger? Do you guys find yourself rooting for the Clippers
I'll
to
clear
lose?
this up. I'll clear this up.
Yeah, clear it up.
I'm not always rooting against the Clippers. I'm
There you
not.
go.
I'm not.
Okay.
I don't think that like I'm like I actually watch a lot of their games because I'm like, how is it possible that they are
I
losing
know.
this much?
How
They
could
have
they be so
incredible
bad?
talent on their team. Like, I just want to watch the game where they turn it around.
Me
You know,
too.
like, is this the game? Is this the game? And it's like loss after loss. And then I think that the Nuggets have a chance to beat OKC. I do think that. I
Yeah,
think
you
they
need a
probably have
freak.
the best
You
game.
need Jokic to go supernova. But
Yeah.
I feel like
What's the
Sylvain,
recipe? What's
I wish he was here though. I feel like Sylvain, even though it's in his best interest, his team's, he's Spurs and Lakers. It's in his team's best interest to weaken the Thunder as possible. But I still feel like he hates the Clippers so much that he would much rather the Clippers lose, even though it strengthens his opponent's team. It's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right?
Yeah, I get that too. I
Well,
mean, yeah.
there's no guarantee that the last place team gets the first pick. We all know
It's the
that. We saw what
Clippers. It's the Clippers. They're gonna give him the best pick. That it's gonna
no,
go.
no, but look at what happened with the Mavericks last year.
Yeah.
Don't say that to Chew. Don't say that to Chew.
You know what I mean? Like
He's not the
that's
chance
not a
there.
guarantee just because they're the last place team that they're going to get the first pick. So, the league could sabotage it.
So, Mark, are you rooting against the Clippers every game? Are you happy when you see them getting
You know what
losing?
it is, dude? I'm like Jay on this. Like I'm not someone of these like Lakers sensationalists, like frenzied idolatry regarding Lakers and Clipper hatred. Like I don't hate the Clippers that much, I really don't. But the thing that I like to see now is that because the Clippers were dominating the Lakers for like 5, 6, 7 years. Oh no, 8 years. Like they lost every game, and it became like wow, like the Clippers were actually better than us. And so I enjoy seeing them be not as good as the Lakers, but this is a set level of comical
Sad.
ineptitude from these players, the Harden, the Leonards, and all this stuff. And honestly, like I don't know, it's like I feel kind of bad for them, but. I will say I didn't see this coming. But here, as we wrap up, guys, because I know we got a hard out here. This is the big board, right? For next year we got the Darren Peterson out of Kansas, Cam Boozer, AJ. I can't know how to say it. Dibonsta. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name honestly, but these are the top three. These are the guys that like what's the pick they could potentially get? It can keep climbing, right? So if one of these guys goes to the Thunder. I don't even know. One of these elite top tier three players. Like these guys are all. I've seen the games. I've seen the highlights. Like these guys are real. These guys are the real deal. So, um, one of these
Wow.
guys going to the Thunder will be really rough. I will say that.
Yeah.
Cameron Boozer. Yeah, he's
Dude,
nice.
yeah, I mean, I mean, this guy is a Peterson is a ball dominant point guard. I've watched his interviews. He's a very cerebral guy. These guys are, I think, because they have Shea, these guys are probably a better fit for the Thunder, Boozer or AJ. These guys are better fits for that squad. But
Yeah,
obviously,
you
yeah,
move Chet to the 5 and you put Cameron Boozer at the 4.
yeah. And Hardenstein off the bench already, or this guy will
Well,
come off
no,
the bench.
that's the beautiful part about it is then they can trade Hartenstein for expiring salaries plus picks, and then they reset their salary cap, and
Yeah,
then they're paying Cameron Boozer on a rookie deal
right.
versus Hartenstein 25 million or whatever. And
Yeah.
so they have the flexibility going forward to keep the team intact.
It's well
It's
organized.
crazy.
It's yeah. Well, I think we've seen that mortgaging your future for a chance to win now doesn't work. So many teams did it. So many teams tried it, and they didn't succeed. So I think that the age of that is kind of over. All right, boys. So another riveted three-headed monster here at the Great Western Podcast. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. GWP episode 26. We're out. Later, boys.
Hey guys.